Hello everyone, my name is Lucy, and today I would like to show you how I did a couple of visualizations for my research topic from Tableau. So to begin, my research question was, what is the homeless situation in New York? And for my research project, I researched how the New York City homeless situation got to be where it is today and what were some of the causes of it. So I have about 6 visualizations I did, and today I like to show you the last two, which is the predicted shelter intake for the next 24 months and a map of the home base offices by borough. So both of these were created using data I obtained from NYC Open Data, and it was obtained using the DHS daily report. And this data set includes the daily number of families and individuals residing in DHS shelters and the numbers updated daily. So what we want to do here is we want to download the data, so we can go on view data and download it into Excel right over here. So you can click on Excel over here. So after I have it in Excel, I can open up Tableau. And this is what we are going to recreate. So first, I want to make sure I have the DHS daily report. So I'm going to create a new worksheet and use this data source. So first, I want to put in the dimensions, which is the date in the column section. And then what I want to do is compare the demographics for the intake. So first, I'm going to put families with children, and I want the average, not the sum. So you can see here in 2013 through 2019, this is the average. And what we want to do is we want to filter this so that we are not using data from 2020 because the data isn't complete. Okay, great. So next we want to get the data for single men in homeless shelters, and we can just add it over here. And again, we want to use the average. Okay. Now we are going to add single women in homeless shelters. So we just drag it and put it into the values here. And again, we want to change the sum to an average. Great. Okay, so this is close to where we need to be. Now we want to forecast for the next 24 months. So we are going to go to Analysis. We are going to click on Forecast and click on Show Forecast. Alright, so this is the forecast. Now this isn't what we need exactly because all these lines are straight lines. So we need to change the forecast a bit. So we're going to go to Forecast and go to Forecast Options. So we are going to forecast for 24 months, and we want to do this by months. Okay, and we are going to change the forecast model to custom, and we're going to change this to additive. Alright, and we're going to click OK, and we're going to change this part from year to month. Okay, let me just edit the forecast again. Alright, we went to 24 quarters. We're going to change that to 24 months. Okay, great. So this looks like a better forecast than the straight lines we had before. And one of the reasons we can see that it's a better forecast is if we go to Analysis and go to Forecast and go to Forecast, Describe Forecast, we can see here that the forecast for all three families with children in shelter is good. Single adult men in shelter, the forecast is good as well. and then single dumb woman, so it's good as well. So we know that this is a good forecast and we can rely on these numbers. So now what we want to do is we want to enhance our graph a little bit. So what I'm going to do is put some labels on. So the first thing I'm going to put is labels at the end lines. Okay, so we're going to do that. And we are going to put labels here so we know what's going on over here. And I'm going to have the labels match with the lines so it's easier to see. And that's it. That's the forecast. So it looks similar to the forecast I have over here. Predicted shelter intake for the next 24 months. Now, what you can do here is you can edit the title. And over here, you can type in predicted shelter intake 24 months. Hi. All right. So the next map we're going to do is we are going to recreate the map of the home base locations. Home base is a contracted network from DHS, and basically what they do is they provide a series of different providers that help work with DHS in order to help families avoid homeless shelters, or if families are behind on their rent, they provide support and they help them find grants, help them find eviction lawyers, things like that. So we are going to get our data from Homebase from the directory of Homebase locations. Again, this was downloaded on NYC Open Data. So I'm just going to click on this data source, and we are going to create the map by dragging postcode to marks. So this will automatically populate the postcode onto the map over here. Alright, so now what we want is the borough. So we're going to put the borough here. And what this does is when I click the borough to color, it categorizes the home base locations by their borough for different colors, so it's easier to see. Next, I want the provider's name, and I want their address. And this way, when I click on label, it shows the provider's name, and when I click on label for address, it shows the provider's address. Now what I want to change for the provider is I don't really like the circle, so I'm going to change it to a different shape. I want this shape. Okay, that stands out a bit more, so I'm going to change this to make it bigger, and there it is. So this is the map of the home base locations. Now you can do different things to it. If you go on map, you can change the background, you can change different colors over here. But what I want to do is go to layers for the map, and I want to put the borough names. So I can go over here and I'm going to click on county names, and here I get the borough where the home base locations are. And so this is pretty good. I can zoom in on this a little bit. Here it is. So if I really zoom in, I can see all the locations and their addresses here. And this is it for the map, so I can just edit the title here and say home base locations. Apply and OK. Okay, so this is it, and this is how I did the two visualizations for Tableau. Thank you for watching.